By the end of today's episode, you'll know what types of training make your film acting resume stand out and which types casting directors don't really care about. Welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we help aspiring screen actors find high-quality auditions, sign with great agents, and book major roles in legit productions. I'm your host, Martin Benson, and today I'll be covering the most critical types of training that every film actor should include, which classes look most impressive to casting directors and agents, and how to format the training section of your resume for maximum impact. First off, you want to list training that's actually relevant to screen acting. So here's a few examples: on-camera acting, audition and self-tape technique, scene study and script analysis, improv training. Many casting directors actually really like seeing improv training because they know it helps actors be more spontaneous and real in their performances. And commercial casting directors also look for this. You should also list Meisner or Stanislavski or other well-known acting techniques. Remember that no single technique is required, but listing them shows that you have a solid acting foundation. And a lot of agents pay extra close attention to these types of technique-based trainings. So if you don't have much training on there, it can actually make it more difficult to get an agent. You should also include other unique training or skill sets to stand out. So some examples would be specific voice training or dialect training that you've done, stage combat or firearms training, or if you've taken any specific commercial acting classes or other very specific types of classes. Now, that said, there are a few things that you should generally avoid including in your resume when it comes to training, at least if you don't have anything better to put, right? So I usually recommend that you avoid like general things like theater acting 101 or classes that you might have taken in regular school, right? You can include them again if you have nothing else to put on there, but if you've done a bunch of other more specific training, that's going to be better. You should also not include like academic programs that didn't focus on acting or random workshops with no recognized instructor or school. Again, unless you have like nothing else to include in your resume, I generally recommend that you skip those types of things. So how do you format the training that's on your resume? Well, you want to keep it really clean and easy to read and very simple. Okay, so an example would be on-camera acting, and then you have a dash, and then you have the instructor name next to it. Or it could be like on-camera acting, a dash, and then the school name. You can list either the school or the instructor name, whichever is more recognized, or you can include both if you want. All right. So that's a very simple breakdown of training for resumes. I do have some other podcast episodes that dive deeper on that. I also have a useful article that I recommend you check out. If you type in acting resume and then the word city headshots so that my website shows up, there's a great in-depth article that talks all about the training and the formatting, and it even gives you a few different options of free resume templates that you can download that pretty much work on any computer because they're through Google Docs. So you just like make a copy of it and then you can modify the text that's on there. Okay, so again, just go to acting resume and then type city headshots in Google. Now, if you'd like a step-by-step overview of the typical path that most screen actors follow as they grow their careers, I recommend that you check out bit.ly/actor career chapters. So that's BIT, like a little bit, okay? So bit.ly. /actor career chapters. I have a detailed map showing exactly what to expect as you move from one level to the next in your career. Many actors have emailed me saying how helpful it was to have a clear sense of where they are now and what the next step should be for them to keep moving forward. That address, again, it's bit.ly/actor career chapters. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.